Welcome back, everybody. It's currently Saturday, 31st of July, end of the month, and we are here as usual to do our backtesting session of the Saturday. Uh, as you saw in the previous videos, we are going through not the 2012 period. We're going to do as well, but I'm since on the 10th of August, I will start to apply my trading plan as a scalper. I want to backtest the entries of my scalp ideas. So as you can see here, we are currently on the 11th of June 2021, which was a Friday. As you can see, it was end of the week. So why I chose this trade? Because what happened actually yesterday on Friday 30th of July. So we had the previous day higher inflation data that you can see from here. We had the CPI data coming up 0.2 higher than expected, 0.2 higher than expected, and even more unemployment claims. So definitely bullish bias for gold. This was a perfect trade called out, I remember, on the Zoom call with Jivan with the liquidity grab and then price continuing up. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about a Friday after a big impulsive push. Exactly as happened yesterday, we are reacting at the previous highs, and it's a Friday, and we know that if price is not able to create new highs, so breaking above 1902 and revisit 1912 possibly, we have a higher chance of a correction, of a pullback, profit taking. It's absolutely normal. It doesn't change, it doesn't shift the market structure because the bullish structure will be intact. So as you can see here, nope. This was my scalp ideas. Here you see how it actually played out. So we managed to revisit the previous highs, failing to break above 1902 key level, and then profit taking and correction of all the inflation data. But as you can see, higher time frame bullish market structure is still intact. So it's a pullback, not a shift. Okay, no, now we have to sell. Nope, you have to zoom out. This is the dollar index. Zoom out and see that the trend line, the trend is still bullish. So let's see. This is one of my setups, the failure to break, especially if it's combined with as I can see, backtesting data. So the failure to break new highs after big moves on a Friday, and yesterday was even the end of the week, end of the month. So it was much more confluence that had the tweet. I just want to show you. There it is. This is what happened yesterday. After yesterday, um, of course, I made it today, but I made it now because I fixed the lines. But yesterday, so we had on Wednesday and Thursday the big push coming from the FOMC report and speech from Powell. We had the wedge identified, spotted, etc., etc. We had a big push failing to break. This is Friday, yesterday. Last try to break above. End of the week, end of the month. Bad, good for USD inflation data and profit taking to almost correct the entire move. Now reacting to this previous highs, as you can see, reacting to this previous price sensitivity area on the dot. Exactly why I was interested to analyze this one of a few days, last month. So we are currently now at the open of London session. We see on the hourly time frame how we have these previous highs. Since this is the closure, these are the wicks. There's not a specific price level where we want to say, okay, it failed to break. We use the key levels as an indicator, as a price point reference, but the concept is the same. It's Friday after a big move. So let's go and jump on the 1 minute. So you see we are reacting, we were reacting in pre-London to these highs, failing to break. Now it's London Open, so I might even expect, if I see a pullback, I'm not concerned because it might be pullback to previous lows around here, and then continuation up. So is after I see during London session and other tries attempts to break above that I will consider sells. But let's start and moving on with the. So this is London Open immediately. So this is the new hourly candle, immediately pushing up against the key level. Strong reaction. So we are at London Open. We have 1, 2, 3, already 4 big rejections. Okay, 5, 6. We are failing to break, but we see that we are still creating higher lows and higher against it, so we can have a squeeze out of the key level. So it's not, we don't have the certainty to enter yet. Okay, we see traveling back up. That's why I say, always tell you, okay, this was London Open, right? Made already a lower wick. No, you see no lower wick on the hourly candle. So because it started here, I pushed already. So now we are breaking. Let's see the retest of the key level. It's failing, so it's going back into the range, traveling back up. And then a retest. This could be a break and retest setup. But then no lower wick, not at all. And these big price sensitivity area on the left are still a concern. Okay, so now we see a big rejection here. We see this is a big wick. We are closing below the previous highs, the top of the order block. So now if we see another try and failing to break above, we are going to enter sells. Okay, let's see if we have a pullback. Looks like it's very short. We can now then consider if we have the price action to enter at the lows, at the break of this bottom of the order block. Okay. Looks like we have a deeper pullback, a pullback. Okay, so you see engulfing bullish candles. Let me zoom in for you guys. Engulfing, so we are not 100% sure that we are going to not going to revisit this previous key level. Okay, so let's go back to this start of the candle. So we have the closures below this order block lows. This is might be high risk high reward sells for like 10 pips, or even below here safer. So I will enter here with 10 pips. Let's see how many pips are here. 15 pips stop loss. So it's a safer place for a stop loss. So with, of course, 400 pips, 45 pips of take profit, which is okay. This is the other key level. Let me think about it, because now we don't have necessarily a range. We have like 15 pips stop loss here to 22, and then we have another key level. Let me see if it played an important role. 1897, yes. So I think that the safest way is to take sales below 1897. I have to be completely sincere with you, because it caused all these reactions. Now, of course, we know that if I enter here, eventually we will go over and have our 45 pips, but at the state of this moment, we don't know if we are going to break this key level. So let's just move on. This is all very nice. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now we are breaking, retesting. Let's see where the next candle closes. Here, big rejection. I can already enter with my 15 pips to go further. Now, what is this? This doesn't mean anything. So we have 45 pips range for sure. So we can even enter. Let's go slow. Okay, we can enter here. I will give him like 11 pips, 15 pips, always 15 pips of pullback and the taking profit over there. Okay, so let's see. We are okay. We are in the second hour. We have Asian closed. Let's see, this retest gets okay. It's really short. Then we have impulsive moves. Let's see how many pips in profit are we here. We are 20 pips, which is not yet the taking profit taking partials level. Now we are 25 and we go to break even and we close 75%. Very good. Closed. And then we move to target. We can eventually move far away our target if we see price, if we still are in our hourly range. So now we are still very, very young in our scalp. Of course, we can get, if we see reaction at 1 to 3 risk to reward, we will close. For now, we are still seeing bearish in control, now engulfing. Let's see if price retraces, but immediately corrected by a bearish engulfing candle. Reaction to this previous sensitivity area. Let's see. We can accept if we get stopped out at break even. Okay. So this was not the best scenario that we could have wanted, but we didn't do anything wrong. We took our partials and we left 25% 25% risk free. So as always, I will leave my label. So this was break and retest. Failing to break plus end of week. And this is for me to make a screenshot to add to my trading plan. Should I be in any way bothered about how it went? No. Why should I be like this? I mean, I followed my plan. I actually partials where I needed to, not early, not later. I wasn't greedy, I wasn't anything, and then I went out at break even. So no no problems at all. I could even actually maybe coming towards New York. We can even for now think about, is this retest, is my trade idea invalid? So is this now turned into a definitely bullish trend? Let's see if we break. If we still fail to break above the key level, we can consider another re-entry. We see buyers exhaustion at this level, and sellers getting back into controlling the trend, pullback. Let's see if we can enter below here now. You see we are creating lower highs and lower lows, so we can start seeing the trend continuing now. Okay, let's see if we close below. Okay, very impulsive bullish. Let's go slower if we can spot something. Okay. Oh, bullish turning bearish. We could enter here with 12 pips stop loss. Let's try. 20. This will be 360. Tack. Very strict stop loss. But let's see how it plays out. We are closing below. Let me move a little bit faster. I like how this bearish closed weak bearish and is followed immediately by other this bullish closed weak bullish and was followed by other strong bearish candles. I didn't like this bullish candle at all. Okay, so we are almost taking profit in 2 minutes. So we are going to as you can see, we didn't have time to close it before, so we close partials 75 and we move the take profit, and there's no reason to exit now, so we move it here. Of course, as I said, if we see in our timeline, our time range, some reaction, of course we are going to close it. And now let me see how this is okay, there's a huge risk there because this is now break even. Okay, this was not good. Big rejection. We are still in pre New York, but as you know, we are with 25% at break even. So we're not bothering if we get stopped out. This was a huge reaction. Let's see if we're getting stopped out at break even. We don't move the stop loss. We don't care. Okay, we got stopped out. This was another re-entry, which was successful as well, as you can see. We took partials, 25% at break even. We took partials, 25% at break even. Let me take a screenshot also for this one. Very, very, very clear. Very, very simple, I'm gonna say. Here, close. I really like that. I don't need. Maybe now we go down. I don't care. Maybe we jump back up. We don't move the stop loss. Okay, no, sorry. I want to put here back. If we get stopped out, it's fine. Maybe it's 1 pip, as you can see. Or it's maybe 1 pip. We can consider re-entries afterwards. Because the stop loss, remember, is something that is good, is helpful for you. Because if this candle was not here but was till here, you lost money that you shouldn't have lost. So it's a safety measure. It's not something bad. You always have to consider it as a good thing, not a bad thing. So now we are seeing we are almost in pre-New York. We are failing to break above the bottom of the previous lows. So if we see another reaction, we can consider another re-entry. But we can accept the price might just go down. If we see another touch, I'm going to enter sells. Okay, we're creating a nice order block. Still making new lows. You can see graphically visual representation of the trend. I want to see a fuck you candle here, around here, and then failing to break above, and we enter sells again for our last trade of the day. Okay. Let's see if New York. Okay. Nice. Okay. It actually broke well above. Very good. We're approaching the last hour before New York. You see reaction. You see a break. We break below. Now we are retesting these previous highs. So if we were in a bullish bias, we could consider buys. But we see failing to hold, so it's breaking below. Now we are breaking below this order block lows very impulsively. Let's see the next candles. Very good price action indeed. Let's see if we retest the lows of the bottom of the order block. Okay, we tested and we got immediately corrected. Very nice, very. Okay, now we are touching this other price sensitivity area, which is the one that we saw. I think was relevant for other period of time. Let's see if now creates something. In insight, we could have considered here continuation of the trend when we close below here 12 pips. Let's see. Very clean. Lovely price action indeed. This was like 30 pips already. Okay, now we are going towards New York. I want to see retest and okay, this is New York open. I want to see a nice pullback and then continuation down, or a strong, already strong candles. Let's see. New York, what it brings to us. Nice one. Liquidity grab, price setup, perfect. Correction, immediate correction. This bullish goes to half of the previous candle and gets immediately corrected. Lovely. Lovely. Of course, we know that we have all this range that we still have to fill. 200 pips, but we are not going to trade because we don't trade every day in New York. So this is it for today, guys. We saw 2 trades. We saw, let me show them here. We saw failure to break above, immediate reaction, and London we saw closes below the bottom of the block. We can consider this one. If we zoom out, we see that this key level caused a reaction on the left. So we wanted to only consider entries below the key level. We did. Break, retest, rejection. We entered here. We took partials at 20 something pips, 27 pips, 75%. We closed the rest at break even. We saw that we broke below these lows again, break, reaction, closing bearish. When we broke below, we entered. $32 pips profit, the rest at break even. Simple and clear. 2 trades, 2 wins. So that's it for today. See you guys next time.